The Harlem Renaissance served as one of the most iconic, culturally generative periods in American history. Throughout the decades of the 1920s and 30s, cities in the North, like Harlem, blossomed the creativity of black literature, music, art, and philosophy. So many incredible artists emerged during this period, and so many writers who transformed the landscape of popular thought. This ultimately ushered a cultural revolution, using the arts as a way to highlight cultural creativity and to gain broader civil and political rights. Zora Neale Hurston played a uniquely powerful role within this period, offering profound exploration of gender, identity, and intersectionality in her works. Hurston utilized this time of cultural significance to highlight the lived experiences of black women, challenging traditional gender roles and expectations within a broader American society. Perennial Hurston was born in 1891 in Notasulga, Alabama, as the fifth of 8 children. Her family eventually moved to Eatonville, where her father would serve as the mayor of one of the first all-black towns in the United States. As an author, Hurston offered unique explorations of the struggle and resilience of people of color, often including unique portrayals of the black experience in America and open dialogue about taboo subjects like homosexuality and gender norms. Throughout her time, she wrote many popular short stories and novels that cemented her legacy within the Harlem Renaissance. Hurston wrote her most notable work, Their Eyes Were Watching God, in 1937. Set in 20th century Florida, the novel follows the journey of Janie Crawford's quest for love and agency in a time that sought to deprive her of both. Over the course of a conversation that spans most of the novel, Hurston entangles Janie's life story, from her complicated childhood in Eatonville, her journeys and relationships, and the often larger-than-life moments that occur throughout. Janie's journey begins with her vision of the pear tree. As Hurston writes, she was stretched on her back beneath the pear tree, soaking in the alto chant of the visiting bees, the gold of the sun, and the painting breath of the breeze. She saw a dust-bearing bee sink into the sanctum of a bloom, the thousand sister calyxes arch, to meet the love embrace and ecstatic shiver of the tree. Janie saw her life like a great tree in leaf, with things suffered, things enjoyed, things done and undone. Dawn and doom was in the branches. Although seemingly a symbol for Janie's desire to find love, the pear tree becomes a recurring symbol of Janie's dreams, her struggles, and ultimately her growth as a result. This novel cannot be reduced to a simple romantic quest. Janie's journey, which is riddled with triumphs, struggles, complex relationships, and interactions with the greater forces of nature, ultimately allows for profound self-realization. Janie's 3 marriages offer powerful dynamics that explore the unique experiences of Janie's intersectional identity. Despite her return to Eatonville without a husband or property, she remains content and liberated from her experiences. In many ways, Their Eyes Were Watching God furthers the present discussions that we have had on intersectionality in this class. Throughout Their Eyes Were Watching God, Hurston resists racial definitions of self and shows Janie breaking free from the control of forces of oppression, therefore refuting Renaissance critics like Richard Wright and Alan Locke, who felt that her books were minstrel-like and only focused on personal relationships. Hurston draws on her own experiences and vernacular, using phrases like love is like the sea and I reckon. In this sense, Hurston targets her work towards black women of the South like her, while also offering a taste of Janie's lived experience within the audiences of the Harlem Renaissance. In the latter of the novel, Janie says, "There are years that ask questions, and there are years that answer." When I read this book in senior year of high school, this quote really resonated with me. I think it opened my eyes to how tastes of lived experiences of marginalized groups, rather than simply the discussion of ideas, can offer a powerful sense of humanization within the broader context of political and social struggles. Their Eyes Were Watching God highlights the importance of illuminating the lived experiences of black women. I think this novel would be a great addition to this class because it beautifully highlights the unique complexities of intersectional identities by giving a voice to the untold stories and struggles of black women in the South. This novel further highlights this through the emphasis of resilience and independence in the face of struggle. Hurston's work provides rich literary engagement by not only adding to, but in some ways challenging, the meaning of black culture. Just like Janie gains resilience and independence through the experiences in her journey, the exploration of lived experience can offer people like myself support and further understanding the complexities of intersectionality.